Hey everybody, sorry if this doesn't sound very good, I'm just recording this on my phone. So, I've seen a lot of feedback to the whole Kaveri situation. A lot of people are having doubts whether or not his story's true. So, I'm not going to throw the guy under the bus, I'm just going to say that now. But, here's just kind of maybe some caveats and disclosures. So, firstly, obviously, I don't know if Kaveri was his name back in the day. I mean, obviously no one's named that. I don't know if that was his alias back then or just his alias now, etc. So I don't know if it's any good to ask anybody if they remember someone with that name back in the day. So, just kind of that. So if you can't find that, that doesn't necessarily mean his story is fake. Also, some people were complaining that it sounded like he was making it up. Honestly, like, just cut the guy some slack. He was nervous coming on. I don't think he's ever done a podcast before. There was a lot of stuff to cover. As you noticed, I kind of had to prompt him. I mean, that's how an interview works, is the interviewer tries to keep them on track. So just don't like go after the guy for that. He was just a bit nervous. Lots of people get nervous when they go on podcasts, especially if they're not used to it. I mean, that's even kind of part of his story, is he didn't want to go on Phil stuff for that reason. So, I guess just kind of two caveats for that. Now, whether or not the story's true. Now, what happened was, I got messaged by him on Facebook, and he had seen some of my videos, and he thought I was kind of I guess you could say trustworthy, or someone who would give him a fair hearing. And he just said, look, I have this experience with him. It was very negative. I want to get it out. And I'm not betraying his confidence. He said that on the podcast. I'm just trying to say this more clearly. So he's like, I just like to come on and just talk about my experiences. And I was like, sure. I actually didn't even know what his experiences were. He just kind of approached me. And he seemed like a good guy. So I said, sure, I'll have you on. If it goes really bad, I can always take it down later. So I went into this without any knowledge of what he was going to say, and it was an interesting story, so I just let him go on. So, like, once again, give the guy some slack. He was just nervous. There's nothing wrong with being nervous. So, do I think it was real? I don't really think it's my place to say one way or the other, because I don't want to throw the guy under the bus. He's obviously, I don't know, he seems like a good guy to me. Was it real? Was it not real? Was parts of it real, parts of it exaggerated? I will just say this. I think he was personally sincere. And you can take that for what it's worth. But I had talked to him, and he doesn't really... He says most of the stuff was during Blip TV. So, like the PS3 unboxing, the videos that he was on, was when he was streaming on Blip. And that stuff wasn't archived. So, and he mainly talked to Phil over the phone or in person. So he doesn't really have any chat logs. So, I mean, that sounds plausible. Once again, you can take that for what it's worth. I don't really... Unlike some things, like where Phil actually, there's record of it, like Project 7, like Super Mario Sunshine, like his e-bagging, like the Illuminati trying to take his house. That stuff is all, like, objective. Like, whenever I do video on that, I just have literally what he's saying. Like, literally, I just play what he's saying and just kind of extrapolate from it. In this case, like I said, I'm not trying to throw the guy under the bus. He seems like a good guy to me. I think he was sincere. I don't think he did this for attention. I don't think he did this for any kind of monetary gain. If anything, I don't think he really wanted to be in the spotlight. He had a story and he wanted to tell it. So, like I said, you can take it for what it's worth. I don't have any particular evidence one way or another. So I'm not going to say... If I kind of went along with it as it was going, it's because this all sounds consistent with things Phil's done in the past. And I don't really have nothing about this story really seems implausible to me. So, I think that's largely what I wanted to say. I'm not going to say tell people you have to believe this one way or another. I'm not throwing the guy under the bus. I think he was sincere in what he was saying. And I think it's kind of up to you to decide. And just as another note, I did give him the money from Vidar. Vidar sent me like 500 krona, which is I think $60 Canadian. So immediately after the stream, I did send him the money. Why am I kind of stressing that? I don't know. It's just, if people are going to criticize me, I want to be criticized for like things I actually did. But once again, just kind of as a final note, if anybody can find something that disproves this, like if somebody finds something that like completely discredits this story, I will take it down and I will issue an apology video. I will apologize for whatever. Do I think anyone's going to come up with anything? I don't know. But I just like to throw that out there. Once again, this isn't like a video where I just take something he said and that there's video footage of him saying in context, because the videos are only like 20 minutes long and it's in the title of the video. So that's just kind of my disclaimers on it. Like I said, if somebody finds direct, and I don't mean Phil saying, because Phil lies about everything, but I mean like if something like directly contradicts this, then, or if someone has evidence to confirm this, they can post that too. So that's just kind of my disclaimer. I hope, I'm not trying to be hard on the guy. I really want to stress that. I just think people doubt this, and I'm just saying I don't think like you're wrong to be skeptical, because there's just so much shenanigans and BS surrounding this guy. So just wanted to issue that disclaimer, and I'll talk to you guys later.